Okay, here we go. Live, laugh, love. I see some light ahead, but I don't know how that's possible. There's a bit of a wind through the tunnel. Light fixtures have been recovered, apparently. What's the best way to illuminate this? I'm just going to scratch my head. Body outline. Funny. So I'm guessing there must be an air shaft at the midpoint or something, because there's no way that the end is that close, in my estimation. This is a lot more interesting with a light source than without. What's this? Can't really tell what I'm looking at. It's like those were can lights. Interesting. So it's a false ceiling. Looks like there's a couple feet above it, which is, so I guess the flare at the end. Yeah, that all makes sense. So there's a false ceiling for most of the tunnel, and at the end, the ceiling flares up to the blower station, or whatever you want to call it. I wonder how much clearance there really is. Maybe 5 feet or more. Of course, we're looking at the side. What about closer to the center? Yeah, I can't tell if that's rock or concrete above there. I'd say that at that hole it was probably 5 feet. Here's another one. Okay, now I get it. So there's a bowl, and at the top there's a socket, and then there's a reflector behind the center of it where the filament would have been. Got it. So the thing I'm not going to find is a lens with a ring on it. guess the probability of finding something intact goes up the further you get into the tunnel. Like maybe at the midpoint it's highest, or maybe, I wonder which side most people come through. I imagine this is the side I came through because that's the shortest walk. You have to walk 4.5 miles to get to the west portal from the east portal of Rays Hill. So what percentage of people who walk into the east portal make it to the west portal? And what's the average distance they go? Yeah, there must be vents above the midpoint or something. It also looks like maybe we're coming to a bit of an apex. I was thinking it would be warmer than ambient outdoor temperature in the tunnel, but it really isn't. It freaked me out a little bit. There's a leaf blowing through. Anyhow, there's significant airflow, so the temperature inside the tunnel is basically the same as the temperature outside. So there's a sidewalk. A sewer grate. Starting to feel like I'm seeing the other portal. But I don't know how that's possible. This thing is supposed to be like twice as long as Rays Hill. Graffiti on the ground said, "Turn back now." Yeah, that's the portal. No way this is twice as long as Rays Hill. toe. Middle. Bullshit. Maybe. If you trust graffiti writers. This portal seems closer than the one behind us. Could be an illusion. Interesting that there's no critters in here. There's no food, so that draw them in. No place to nest, except for in the sewer, maybe. But I think there's probably more attractive critter real estate than that around here. That's funny, I feel uncomfortable walking on the left side of the line. Gee, I hope the West Portal Starbucks is open. Pavement change. In here. I think my camera hand is getting very cold. There will be no video of the return trip. One picture I saw online showed a kind of a large puddle that covered most of the width of the pavement. Obviously we haven't come to that yet. Or maybe it was just a seasonal feature that was present at that moment. Can't see the east portal anymore because of the apex of the tunnel blocking the view. Dripping water. Interesting. Oh, interesting. So there's these grooves, these ports in the ceiling here. So what? Either I didn't see those before. So did they have two-way airflow in here? Blowers on both ends, blowing air towards the center and pushing it out through the tunnel? Or were they sucking on both ends? Or were they just sucking or blowing on only one end? Moffat Tunnel has giant suction blowers on the east portal. The door on the east portal closes, they fire up the blowers suck all of the diesel exhaust out of the tunnel and vent it into the little valley there. It's really quite disgusting. My right hand is getting extremely cold. Some flowing water up ahead. That's not it. Huh. So the pipe is corroded away for 50% of its diameter, I guess. 50% of its circumference is gone. Yeah, the slots in the roof have subsided. That did not feel twice as long as the Rays Hill Tunnel. I think the flashlight might have made things go a bit faster. lot more moisture on the roof here. I haven't seen any concrete chips on the ground though. Somebody must have swept this at some point, because all that spalling. There's a little debris. All right, somebody needs to get here and address that problem. So here's the upslope to the portal. And we're out. Almost. Oh, this is a really narrow entrance. Nice retaining wall. Huh. Let's go a little further. Man, my hand is a block of ice. I love black dicks, the graffiti says.